Conor McGregor is one of the best smack talkers in professional sports. Without a doubt, he is one of the biggest names in the history of the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Conor might be notorious for his flashy lifestyle, but he is a dominant fighter whose shine in martial arts fighting cannot be dimmed. In today's video, we take a look at 10 of Conor McGregor's best moments in and outside the Octagon. Number 10. Conor fights Conan. This moment took place over a year before McGregor had his fight with Money Mayweather. McGregor squared off with a popular late-night host Conan O'Brien, who also has Irish blood. It was only an exhibition match, and Conan's bigger size wouldn't have helped him in any way against McGregor. When McGregor said he didn't want to hit Conan, the late-night show anchor replied with, "Please don't, I will die before you hit me." McGregor showed off one of his famous sidekicks, which we think Conan could only dodge because they had already rehearsed it before coming on to the show. At the time, McGregor was already a UFC star, but this moment on the show helped him promote his brand. Number 9. Conor McGregor vs. Marcus Brimage. April 2013 was all sorts. Connor McDavid had just turned 17, Adam Scott had just won the Masters, and Colin Kaepernick had just played in the Super Bowl. While all that was happening, Conor McGregor laid the foundation for a great career in the UFC. McGregor trash-talked Marcus Brimage before making his UFC debut, which made Brimage charge across the stage with fury. It didn't end well. 67 seconds after the fight began, Brimage, the Bama Beast, succumbed to the flurry of fists, giving McGregor the makings of a notorious phenomenon. Who the F is that? McGregor fought Eddie Alvarez at UFC 205, his last Octagon fight, before taking on Mayweather. A reporter asked McGregor who would give him the most trouble during the pre-fight conference. Before McGregor could answer the question, fellow UFC fighter Jeremy Stephens interrupted to make himself known. McGregor didn't say much, he just replied asking, "Who the f is that guy?" in a condescending tone. The entire audience couldn't hold their laughter. McGregor really knows how to lash back with words. Number 7. Unanimous win against Max Holloway. 2013 was all good for McGregor. After winning against Brimage in April, McGregor won against Max Holloway in August. Holloway was just 21 and was still fresh at the UFC, but he had enough skill to push McGregor through 15 grueling minutes. The fight was competitive, but McGregor won unanimously, making it his 14th victory in 16 fights. He fought the first half of that fight with a torn ACL in his left knee. That injury shelved him for 11 months. Number 6. Conor McGregor vs. Chad Mendes. In 2015, McGregor had come a long way, landing the featherweight title shot he cherished. He was set to go against Jose Aldo at UFC 189, but Aldo got hurt and pulled out, and McGregor had to fight Chad Mendes as a replacement. Mendes made life difficult for McGregor. He bloodied McGregor in the first round and put him on his back in the second round. Mendes ran out of juice, and McGregor began to land precision shots, landing a booming left-hand strike about 10 seconds to the end of the round, taking the win. McGregor netted an interim belt and street cred that prepared him for Jose Aldo. Number 5. Break out the red panties. You can't win against McGregor in a war of words. At the Go Big conference for UFC 197, McGregor made sure Rafael dos Anjos and everyone at the conference knew about his superstar status. Dos Anjos tried to interrupt McGregor, but McGregor wouldn't let it slide. He said to Dos Anjos, "You fight me, it's a celebration. You ring back home, you ring your wife, baby, we've done it. We are rich, baby." McGregor didn't stop at how a fight with him would make Dos Anjos rich. He dragged Dos Anjos' wife into the war of words saying, "Break out the red panties, we are rich, baby." Dana White just couldn't hide his laughter as he seemed to appreciate the comedic performance. Number 4. I'm cool with all the gods. Me and Jesus are cool. I'm cool with all the gods. Gods recognize gods. McGregor was scheduled to fight Rafael dos Anjos at UFC 197, but Rafael had to bow out when he injured his ankle during training. In his usual self, McGregor established himself during the promotion for the match, saying he put Rafael in that seat. One of his best moments was when he referred to himself as a god. Number 3. Nate Diaz, UFC 202. Nate Diaz was McGregor's adversary. He came in as the replacement for Rafael dos Anjos, who couldn't find due to a left broken foot. With a choke submission, Nate Diaz had ended McGregor's winning streak at UFC 196. UFC 202 had a lot of hype, and it ended up being the most bought pay-per-view match at the time in the promotion's history. Days after a press conference that involved flying bottles and cans, McGregor touched gloves with Diaz after a near-loss experience and said it was the best fight he ever had. Number 2. UFC 194. During the promotion for UFC 194, Conor demonstrated that he is one of the best smack talkers in professional sports. Throughout the promotion, he continued to insult Jose Aldo. But the highlight of the event was when McGregor referenced Aldo's second fight against Chad Mendes at UFC 179. He said Aldo looked like he had a stroke with the left side of his face drooping. "I'm worried about you." Conor wasn't worried, and he made it clear with a not-so-good comparison in his words, "I love you. I love you like my bit." No one could beat McGregor at a game of smack words. Number 1. The 13-second win. This match was shorter than the amount of time it took to order the ticket. Jose Aldo entered the match with widespread recognition as the best pound-for-pound fighter the promotion had to offer. He hadn't lost a match in 10 years. McGregor was exceptional. He separated Jose Aldo from his consciousness in an unbeaten run with a left-handed strike 13 seconds into the match. Aldo was comatose before hitting the floor. McGregor confirmed his superstar status with that strike. Are you satisfied with our picks? Feel free to give us your opinions in the comments section. If you have enjoyed watching this video, smash the like button, subscribe, and toggle the notification bell so you can stay updated about more Top 10 content.